Okay, now without any further ado, it's time for the best man, Spiros. Oh yes. Come on everybody, let's make some noise please for the best man. Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, how's everyone doing tonight? Let me first start off by saying how amazing the bride and groom look tonight. Don't you all agree? Right, that's probably the nicest thing I've got to say out of the way. For those who I've not had the pleasure of meeting yet, I'm Spiro. I won the Best Man award tonight. And I prepared a short speech, so it's double-sided. Bear with me. Hang on, I need my glasses, one sec. No, I can't. Don't go Amazon, go Specsavers. There comes a time in everyone's life where they meet their one true love, their soulmate, the person that's going to know and love them for the rest of their life. That moment came for Chris 13 years ago when he met me. We were at college together. I had a call from my dad and I was speaking to him in Greek. Chris walks past and he overhears the conversation and says, "Hey, are you Greek?" I turned around to him and said, "Yes." Chris just stood there looking at me, making me feel very uncomfortable. But it was definitely love at first sight. Little did we know, all those years ago, we'll be here today, my best friend marrying the woman of his dreams. Now, when Chris asked me to be his best man, he wasn't very creative with it. We just landed after a 6 a.m. flight, went through the whole day traveling around, then in the evening, shattered, I jumped out the shower and noticed that there was a box on my bed. I was getting annoyed at this point because Chris, the princess being that he is, took up all the wardrobe space and I was living out of a suitcase. He told me to open it and that's when he asked me. There was no build-up or foreplay at this moment. I was never going to say no, but my towel did stay on. Most of the bonding happened in the college common room where we would always play blackjack or Uno whenever we were together. We shared a lot of laughter, funny moments, and anger whenever we lost our £3 lunch money together. No Morley's chicken or chips. Everyone knows that I was always better the player, but it's just a shame that it's taken you so long to admit that I was the better man. You still owe me that £3, by the way. Whenever Chris lost, he would always put up some kind of prank on me, which I would always fall for, and he would get under my skin, so I had to get him back one day. Now, I'm probably the reason why he doesn't drink as much, along with many other things, as I'm the one that gave him his first hangover experience. His parents threw him an amazing 18th birthday. I know it would have been one that he would have loved to remember, but it was definitely my time to get him back for all the things he used to do to me. As he'd never drunk before, I kept feeding him more and more alcohol, mixing all the spirits until he was paralytic and crying, and I was having a great time just watching him. There was a moment in the night where his yaya and Bapu, and for those who don't know, that's Nan and Grandad in Greek, saw the look of shock and horror of his other yaya's face when a guest had 2 fingers down his throat trying to make him chug before getting into Simon's car. We all know how OCD Simon gets at keeping things clean. He was literally prepared to leave his son there. It's a great dad. But yaya Bapu, sorry, I don't think I've apologised for it, but Chris had to learn the hard way. That was my Uno reverse. And Zena, don't think you're getting away with it. I still think it should have been you with 2 fingers down his throat, not a guest. But over time, Elena has made Chris less annoying and more bearable. Chris used to think he was a ladies' man, a smooth talker. He used to put so much gel in his hair that the club lights would reflect off of it. That was literally the only way I could spot him. Every time we went out, he would never have the guts to approach a female. Someone else had to do it for him, mainly me. On the rare occasion, whenever he did speak to the opposite sex, the boys would stop everything just to witness a car crash, and my God, how they happened, it was incredible. He did once manage to get an ex by himself and invited her over for a family dinner. She lived about 5 minutes away, rocked out 2 hours late, saying that she was doing her hair, but I couldn't tell the difference. Whilst we're at the dinner table waiting for her to arrive, you should have seen the abuse that Zena and Raph were giving Chris. Believe me, you don't want to be on the same table with 2 hangry Greek women. I mean, I was scared for my life and I did nothing wrong. So I'm so glad I witnessed them both tear you apart and so happy that Raph thank you, helped you get with Elena as a family improved because you're absolutely useless when it comes to women. Generally, I still don't know how you're getting married before me. Must be the higher difference. Shaw Kings, we love you. As you can tell, Chris loves taking advice from the women in his life. I guess that's why we're here today. Raf, again, thank you for the advice that you've given Chris over the years. I can only imagine how much of a burden it's been, especially when it comes to water slides. We were just about to go down one and Chris said to me, I know how to go faster and get a boost. Raf told me, you go on your shoulder blades, pull your trunks down a little bit and you get a boost. I went down first and said, yeah, Chris, I knew I was gonna do it. And then Chris followed shortly after, proving what I thought was gonna happen. As I came out, I could hear screaming through the tunnel and a tidal wave of water followed by an orange pair of swimming trunks and Chris following in his birthday suit in front of parents and children. I've still got the video, don't worry. Honestly, you should have seen the licks that we got. I'm surprised we're here, not banged up abroad or on the nonces register, genuinely. All jokes aside, Chris, you're one of the most caring mates I've ever had, and you've got a big heart to give. As much as I love being the third wheel to this amazing couple, it's clear that the bride's made him very happy in a way that I could never. Thank you. Chris, you're lucky to walk away with a wife that's warm, loving, and caring, and you both demonstrate that true love can still be found in such difficult times, and that's something that I've learned from both of you. I know your bond will never break as you're both the final piece to each other's jigsaw. There you go. Now, just before I invite everyone to raise a glass, I have a message from some of our friends that couldn't be here tonight. Dear Chris, we're sorry we can't be here for you on your special day. Congratulations. We want to let you know how much fun we had and thank you for financially supporting us and our families. Sincerely and lots of love, the strippers. To the bride and groom, everyone.